Okay, sweet. Holy crap, this last week was crazy. Alright, so I'm kind of doing rules something different. Not really different, but I have the camera like right by my face. And see if this works out any better. I know it's super wobbly and stuff like that, but anyways, doesn't really matter. Okay, so I am currently playing around with this sketch right now. Let me adjust real quick. Let me see if this is what I want to be doing. So there's a small update. And sorry if the volume's kind of loud, since I do have the webcam right near my face. The mic is too as well. So, but I was able to. Yeah, you can see that. I was able to do a bunch of sketching on this guy and on this guy. And then you can barely see him because there's no value or contrast or anything like that, but also that guy. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with the tendrils and then even the background, what I may or may not do. Trying to figure that whole thing out. And I may add some more detail on the head of this octopus / monster guy. But again, we'll see what happens with that. But aside from that, this is looking pretty good. I still don't know if I want to paint it on MDF or wood, or if I just want to keep it digital. I may keep this as a banner for maybe the website or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this quite yet. I think it would be a sweet piece, but the thing is trying to replicate this line work one-to-one without reference. But I'll decide that sooner or later when it comes time. But aside from that, what I'm doing, I think that's it for now. I really want to figure this piece out. This piece is so sweet. This is one of the things I'm also working on. I didn't do anything. But I don't know if you can see that. I mean, yeah, see, for me, the screen's all blue and it's more grayed out instead. But here's a little bit better. See if that'll focus in on it. I really want to work on this piece. I want this to be like a 24 by 36, pretty big piece. But I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I still have a lot to figure out. Like with this guy, I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing. And then this guy, I don't know what he will also be doing. I need to give them like roles of what is happening in the piece. And then I also have like birds or whatever in the background, but I need to flush those guys out a little bit more as well. Descript changes. I have so many things I want to get to. I want to get to this guy as well, but this has been one of those pieces where it's like every step is like a halt. Like it just, I solve a problem and then it's like it stops. And then I come back to it. Oh, I mean, we'll solve another problem and then it stops. And it's just way too slow. I feel like it's one of those things that we'll be working on for a while. I don't like, you can even tell right here. So this was the first thing, the second thing, and then now I'm on the third, trying to because there's so many layers built up. I don't know where I'm going with it. And I think this thing's going to be pretty much scrapped as well. I had this giant canvas that I'm currently working on. I still need to glue the sides down. But I wanted this thing to be... Oh, crap. Turn that off. Turn off the grid as well. Or most of the grid. Okay, anyways. It's super hard to see. Oh, I'll turn that off. That's okay. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, yeah, I can see it from here. Alright, so you got a dude sleeping. And then what I wanted to do is, like, in the background, like, it's the guy sleeping, it's his mask and everything. He's got the planet. He's, like, kind of resting. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he's in bed or if he's at his desk or what's going on. But he's taking a nap. And then it's like you zoom in, and that's what this is. That's the planet, and that's the planet more zoomed in. So if you can tell, like, that's his mask in the side or whatever. And then, like, he has a color-esque type thing. That's what I was going for right there as well. Damn, I keep touching that. And then, like, it's zoomed in even more, so it's like the planet of what's going on in here. And then on the planet, you got this guy, and he's just kind of like staring out, like, what the hell's going on, or what's happening. I think the concept is great, but the execution of it is, like, kind of crap where I'm going with it. I like there's a step here, and I don't know where to go with it. Like, I don't know how to not make it look good, but make it, when you explain it, it sounds right. But I can't even explain it, or else I'd be able to execute it, if that makes any sense. So I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know what I'm doing, or what I'm not doing per se, to not make it look correct. But I have a lot of work I need to do on this one as well. I can't mess up enough to be able to get through all the bad problems, because I have 20 other pieces that I want to work on as well. Let's go changes. Because I have so many other things I need to do, or that I want to do as well. I know it's one of those things you just pick, just do it. Like, for instance, I still haven't gotten back to this piece, and it's off to the left of me. I still want to get on this thing, and I still haven't. But okay, well, anyways, I'm talking for about 8.5 minutes. I don't necessarily want this to be a long episode, because it's already 9:40 and I want to get to bed at a decent time. I say decent, but alright, I want to get back on this one, see if I can't do anything fun with it. Okay, so I ended up... So this last week was kind of crazy. Actually, it wasn't crazy at all. It was this weekend that was kind of crazy. We ended up... What was Saturday? Okay, well, today, regardless. What? Wife doesn't even know how tall I am. It's pretty sad. Alright, anyways. So today we ended up going to a friend's art show or whatever. I don't necessarily know what to call it. It wasn't really an art show, although there were artists showing their work. It was more for... The guy's name's Adam, and he was kind of showing off his new space of where he's doing his podcast and everything like that. So I got to go there, hang out with him. Wife bought a couple things, and also talk to some of the artists there about their process and stuff like that. I'm trying to kind of scope out and talk to more people and do more things, I guess. Um, and then before that, we ended up going over to a friend's house to pick up a desk. Um, because our friends were moving, um, we ended up picking up a desk that they didn't want anymore, because they were like, "We have too much crap to move. We already bought another desk. Do you want an extra problem?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll take an extra problem." Ended up getting a brand new desk, and took it all apart, glued it back together, put it back together, screwed it, and everything, and it's fantastic. And then the night before that, we ended up, or spur of the moment, ended up going to see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Highly recommend. Very good movie, probably one of the best ones. I like Quantumanium. That was pretty good too, but probably one of the best ones in a while. So those were great. All right, so this is structured. Do this. I'm trying to remember what I did before the movie. We did other things as well, but for the life of me, I can't remember. Maybe in the next, I don't know, 10 minutes, I'll probably remember. If not, oh well. Okay, I'm just gonna. And on that last one with the octopus helmet thing or whatever, I ended up doing um, like a time lapse drawing as well. So I'll be able to edit all that stuff together, hopefully, and start mixing it together. Make a video, maybe do some talk over on that as well. That's not the color I want. So what am I doing here? That's kind of thick. 80%. Yeah, all right. And again, sorry for the wobbliness of the camera. But currently, I have not rigged up anything to have it above my computer where it's like falling over and like hanging up above this. So right now, you're just pretty much a parrot on my shoulder. You're welcome. And I probably should have done the live stream a little bit earlier in the night. I could have, but while we were at that like open house type esque art show, they had free beer, like hard seltzers or whatever. So of course I had one, and I don't normally drink that much, but I had one, and then they're like, "Do you want one for the go?" And it was kind of like just a joke, like, "Yeah, sure, I'll totally have one for on the way out." We did, and then we ended up stopping just right outside the door. They had a food truck there. Ended up drinking that one as well. I wasn't gonna drink it; I was just gonna put it in the fridge, but ended up drinking that. And then when I got home, I had another beer. And since I normally don't drink, normally one beer does me well, and then but if I have two, normally I feel like crap. Well, today I ended up having four, two of them being IPAs, the other ones being seltzers, and kind of felt like crap. Yep, I don't get along well with beers. Beers suck, if I'm being completely honest, but it's that thing. Somehow I ended up drinking four. I don't know why I feel like I have to be quiet. I think it's because the microphone's right next to me. I should be a little bit more adamant about how much I don't like beer. But somehow I end up drinking them. I don't know if that's going to look weird. It kind of looks weird. We'll keep it for now. We'll see what happens. Yeah, come up with a better face design. This face design looks kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of cool now that I look at it at the monitor. Looks kind of cool, but yeah. All right. And with it being a really nice night out right now, um, got the windows open, and around this time we have a retention pond behind our house. And, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the frogs are out and they're starting to croak. I don't know why. Like we never at my house growing up, we never had um, anything like that. We actually had a highway right behind the house, and so having some actual nature has been fantastic instead of having a highway right there. Although we are on somewhat of a main street, and you hear people trying to race their car, rev their cars, but that's not as bad as it was with the highway right behind the house. All right. Yeah. And again, these are just for placements when I actually go to do the detailing of what the teeth will look like and stuff. Three dimensionality on here. I could have. The thing I like doing these lives or whatever is that I'm able to, because I had the urge. It's like, man, I just want to sit back and play some Diablo 2, just hang out and just play some video games. But it's like once you kind of do the whole thing of like, I'm going to commit or I'm going to try my best to commit to doing these like every Sunday or whatever. It's like, I don't know, you actually get to, have a designated time to do your work. No one can say otherwise because it's something that's like kind of set in stone, and you're not really wasting time. Like I guess playing video games would be a waste of time, even though it's a good waste of time. But nonetheless, I always sometimes feel guilty. It's like I should be doing something more productive. And I have no idea what this is going to be. Obviously, it's armor, man, but I don't know what's going to look like yet. It's going to look baller as fuck, I'll tell you that, but I don't know what it's going to quite look like right now. And that's not really the point of this. The point of this is to get more of the flow of what's happening in the piece, just to see um, if everything's kind of working. Kind of looks like a crater. Yeah. And I don't know what these are going to be either. Like, I have this hand that actually has the main antagonist or protagonist. Yeah, the main protagonist. Um, it's got like a rocket forearm. I don't necessarily know if I want that for all the other hands. We will see. Oh yeah, it's been about 5 minutes. Saturday morning, we ended up going to a not really. It's not a con, but it's more like for due lack of words, like a con for like plants and stuff like that. Like I probably sound like a total freaking idiot, but we ended up getting some free trees, a silky dogwood tree, and then she ended up getting two of I forget which tree the name of that was, and then over the weekend, right before I went to go watch the movie, I ended up planting them just in some temporary uh, um, pots. They weren't pots, but regardless, it ended up planting those. So that was also part of the Saturday. I still can't remember what happened before because we went to go get those plants, and then that took a little while. We missed out on garage sales because we ended up having to go do something else, and right now I can't remember for the life of me. Do I want that? First eye. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's going well for his eyelid or not. I don't know. I'll have to look up references to see if that actually looks correct. I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to hurry up and get this flow going. Where are those teeth coming from? Oh, that's from him. Okay. That's a terrible design. I don't know. We'll see. No, it does not look right. All right. I hope that scared somebody. I'll have 5 available for the rest of the night. Oh, sweet. Group chat for hanging out with other artists, man. I love it. Another part of this week that I was just thinking about was I was supposed to get my passport done on Monday, but I had rescheduled for this Monday. I think I may have said something like that on the previous one, but regardless, like it's been hell to try and get a passport, so I need to figure out if it's even necessary to have it scheduled or just drop off the whole packet of information that needs to be done for the. What is going on with this dude's eye? If it's necessary to even schedule an appointment. What is this face even happening? Yeah, that's right, English. It looks like his eyes droop out that way, but I want it to be here. Again, yeah, someone, if they were watching this, would probably be like, "Use reference, idiot." But it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's actually 10 o'clock, and I am feeling too lazy. I feel like crap because I had a beer. So, it's turns. No, that's alright. I can manage most of the time. It's okay looking. Next character. Sticking his tongue out at you, anyways. Yeah. How does that make you feel? Yeah, for this time that I spent, that's pretty good. $92. Oh yeah, Tori also ended up watching the what do they call it for the new king over in England? The coronation. Yeah, no, I think that's right. For George, I believe. I don't know. I don't really care about that stuff. In all honesty, when I was a kid, I always thought when you got married, that's when you became a king and queen. So I know her aunt is also very much into the whole royal family as well, which, granted is pretty cool. But I just, for whatever reason, it just does not pique my fancy. I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but now knights, on the other hand, the people that would fight for them or their military, yeah, those guys are pretty cool. Um, and yeah, I said this was for a flow or whatever. Some of it's not going well, but it's also to kind of like you're going from like super sketchy stuff to like kind of nailing it down. Like this is the shape I want right there, and you get to like get a better look at like, for instance, like this right here is not working for me. I don't know if it's like let's see what happens. Like that. I guess it a different balance. Let's see here. Yeah, and these are supposed to be like pauldrons. Like this is supposed to be like the armor or whatever. It's just supposed to be like a moon god type as character. Yeah, he's got the teeth going on. Looking like a real psycho. Make his face look real cratery. Like he had a really like he had really terrible teenage years. How he's even worse, you know. He's an adult. He's just armor. That's so terrible to think about. But aren't we all? Aren't we just, cogs in the machine? Blue collars, white collars, green, orange, yellow collars. I don't know. Why does the day have to go by so quick at 10 o'clock? Let's see what I'm trying to do. Okay, because I have this. Right. That kind of looks creepy now. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's been 36 minutes. Okay. Let's see, what does my time look like? Or my 9 memory. Uh, oh yeah, we also, right after work on Friday, we ended up going to pick up our stuff we dropped off over at Tori's aunt's or cousin's house. They ended up having a garage sale. And asked if we wanted to put anything in it. We ended up putting some stuff in it and actually sold some stuff. It was fun. Pretty cool to free up some space. And then kind of recycle the items we don't use for other people to use at a lower price. It's always great because stuff just kind of stacks up after a while. It's like I don't do this crap. I don't use it anymore. It's way past its usefulness, and sell it at a garage sale to your neighbors essentially, and they're able to use it a lot more effectively than you can. Always a good feeling. But yeah, we ended up doing that as well. Um, Crap, I really feel like I'm missing something, and for whatever reason, I can't think of what else we did on Saturday. Oh wait, no, that was part of Saturday. We ended up picking up the stuff on Saturday because they did the garage sale Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So maybe that's nothing else forgetting. I don't know. I'm freaking tired. I should be on the internet right now. Alright, we got another angry hand up here. Coming after you. Almost like he's waving at him. I see this dude's face looks weird too. I don't know what's happening with this guy. Oh, well, actually, what I do know about this guy that I've wanted him to be is he's kind of like a fallen star. Like, okay, so you have you have the sun, right? And you technically call those stars because they're like the brightest points, but they're farther away. Um, so he's not really a fallen star, but like if you were to think of like say Kingdom Hearts, uh, that's probably a really bad example because I may or may not be able to remember the names. Raikou, like his best friend, like the anti-hero, like he's wanting to become like powerful or whatever, and that's a really bad example for the sheer fact that like there's nothing coherent about Kingdom Hearts. But I guess you could think of the relationships the same or whatever, because like you got the big bad guy, like a heartless type esque character. You got the friend, um, or the anti-hero. You got the main protagonist, where he's the main hero, and he has just trying to live his life, and this rude ass dude just comes along and it's like screwing up the universe. And this guy, he wants something. The friend wants to be important in life. He wants to go somewhere, be someone, what have you. Doesn't realize that he's kind of falling in a trap, so he's kind of doing his own thing. Um, Not mean to screw him over, but he just sees it as a better way, I guess. And that's kind of how we all kind of fall, essentially, sometimes. So he's just like, I don't agree with your way. Just wanting to be stagnant and just, be you. When he's not, he's just, living his life the best way he can. Some people just don't see it that way. I don't know if you can hear my cat. Whenever, like, say my wife is in bed and she's starting to go to sleep, and it's like, or take a nap, or even when like nobody's here or something like that, like he'll just start meowing his head off. I don't know if it's anxiety or what have you, but he'll cry for a minute. And he can also hear me talking too, so he's probably like, yo, I know you in there. Come on, man. Like, open up the door, give me a few pens, and I'll be on my way. That ain't gonna happen, because I'm probably gonna get off here in about, well, I should have 15 minutes ago, but I'm kind of in the groove right now. But it'll still keep bugging me. But this is like, I don't want to say he's Sora, because that's not really the thing. But, he's like just trying to live his life. He just wants to do what he wants to do. This dude comes along, he's trying to screw up this dude's life because he wants something. He's trying, and it involves taking something away from him. I guess I don't know what yet, or if that's gonna be the main story for this piece. But like, it's to the point where he's like, "Oh my god, I'm annoyed. I gotta rise up to the challenge because you like you're screwing things up for me." Essentially, I don't know. Well, I mean, that's just my initial thoughts for it. Because it's always nice to get in the groove of like, yeah, man, this dude's a real butthole. Like, he's such a butthole. He's got like little crater buttholes on his face. And he just looks like a wackadoo. He's got so many wrinkles. Like, look at all these little ugly, nasty crinklies. Ew. All kinds of nastiness. His lips are starting to crack. Ew. This is what I'm going to look like when I'm... Oh my gosh. Daryl. I'll probably keep crying, so I may end up having to jump off the live stream. Yeah, he's bugging me now. He is so lonely. Okay. But in the main, or in like all jokes aside, when it comes time, like, and I have a real face for this guy, these are supposed to just kind of be like some embellishments on his face, like to make him look like he's important. He has status or something like that. Yeah. Crap, where are you supposed to be? Yeah, I hate that, like everything seems to have a plan, and then you go and do something like this. Like, what? I can't even tell what that is. Let alone, I don't know how, like, you go and run into a problem. It's like, if I can't tell what that is, how can anybody else tell what that is? It's supposed to be smart. That's how I go about doing this stuff. I know this is supposed to be like his arm. I don't know what the crap that is. Like, you make a shape and it just doesn't look like anything coherent. Better. Plan out there. Alright, sweet. Still don't know what's going on with this dude's mouth. Does he have a tongue coming out? What's going on? Is he licking the side of his brother's face or his coworker's face? What's happening? It's a real weirdo. Um, maybe I'll do some like, cause so he's like a star or whatever. This dude is over here, and this guy's supposed to be like the sun. I haven't I kind of want to come up with like some cool, cause he's just part of a race or whatever. I want to come up with some kind of cool mask or whatever for him. I don't know what. Kind of also make him look like he's very annoyed. Like, what the, like, quit being you, guy. Quit taking my friends away. Like, feeding them bullshit. Just being annoying at this point. We've all met those people, right? Right. These other ladies, yeah, it's like step up. Yeah, this guy's like capturing the main protagonist, the antagonist. Got him. It's like I kind of want to make him look like he's like really happy that he's like got the main dude. Like he's got him as cautious. Like like I was worried about the sun dude for what reason? Why? Because he's so puny and small. And he kind of turns out to be like a Miss Marvel or a Captain Marvel, I should say, and just like I don't know, maybe puts a hole through this guy's face or something. I don't know. That's for somebody else to decide. When I go to look at it, he's supposed to look real creepy. He's got these creepy faces, eating stuff, licking planets, and he's got his tongue hanging out. I don't know. A real joy this guy is. I don't want this to be like an actual sun. Kind of like some clouds hanging out. Some like space clouds. Everything's in space. I guess I don't know. All right. Well, I was on here 20 minutes longer than I thought I was going to be, so this is going to probably be the wrap up. Just hanging out for an hour. Yes, it was a lot of fun. Nice way to end your Sunday. Just hanging out, just spending some like not spending time, but like what's the right word? Prioritizing your time towards something you want to do, and do this even though I'm sacrificing maybe 20, 30, 40 minutes of sleep. I think at the end of your life, hopefully, I'll look back and realize that that short amount of time every night was worth it. Just to have fun, do what you want to do, be who you want to be. I guess do what you want to do. I don't know. I keep reiterating the same thing I just said, but I don't know. Just have fun. This was a lot of fun. But I hope, like, when and if somebody ends up watching these videos, they kind of realize, like, our process is like, I should probably turn that off. The art process is like super slow. And then, like, you really got to decide what you want to do for. I mean that as in, like, what's it going towards? Because you could finish a piece and everything like that, but once you finish that piece, what are you doing with it next? And if you have nothing to do with that, like, if say you finish it and stuff, but like if it doesn't finish to something that other people like or want or whatever, that's kind of where I'm stuck at. Like, I'm at the point where I just need to just finish stuff and then not worry about what the end result is, because you go to do that, and yes, you should, but you're also not. You also don't have anybody telling you information of where you should be going, where this may or may not fit. And the more people that tell you where it should and should not go kind of helps you out. But gathering that information in the beginning could be helpful, but I, doing all that extra legwork, even though it's helpful, it's you spend so much more time doing that than actually doing any art. And eventually, people come in your life, and if you're just having fun doing it, I feel like eventually you're going to get somewhere regardless. So, and it looks like you're having fun along the way. So that's kind of what I just want to do, is just have fun along the way. Oh, and I had a friend drop off some shoes this weekend. Um, I had a friend drop off these bands that I will probably either completely record painting on or live stream it. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I plan on doing with that yet. But it's for her wedding, and she wants me to paint sunflowers on the sides of it. I think it's gonna look super cute. That's one thing that's coming up. She needs that done by October. And then also I have my brother-in-law who wants me to do their album cover as well. We'll see what happens with that. I need to get with him and talk about that. But I need I need to finish up some pieces before I even get to anything else. But having a monetary value attached to it actually helps move you along, because it gets you to do more things. I say that, and then now I'm looking at this piece and I still haven't even finished it. So maybe I will, because look, I haven't even gone and draw the lines for it or anything like that, or painted in the lines that I really should. Do that real quick. That's 5 seconds, right? And then a half hour later, that's by. Just so these white lines are just what are they? I can't word it right now. Wow, it's kind of like a chalk, but it's not chalk. I don't know. They're just temporary, just to help me outline stuff like that. I didn't necessarily want to use black ink, because then it'll be more noticeable later on. Instead of having to repaint some of this crap, I wouldn't have to. But it's not like it's very far along anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. I just hope it doesn't bleed through. It shouldn't. It's just a Mylar pen, so it's not like it's going to do anything important or anything terrible. It's supposed to be able to mark on stuff and stay. That sounds so amazing. Definitely part of the experience of doing any type of creative work is the feel that you get with it, and then the sounds, the texture. You be able to do what you gotta do, and it amplifies the experience. But when everything's digital, it's so stagnant. I don't know, stagnant, sterile. I don't know if those are the correct terms or whatever. But it's not as stimulating. Although it can be way more perfect and so much tighter of detail than it could be with this, because you can't. I've done that too, where it's like you're using both at the same time, like you're drawing real life or on paper or whatever. You got your phone or tablet up over here, and you're doing everything, going back and forth, and then you try and do this whole thing on the real medium. It's like, what are you doing, man? But yeah, you can't zoom in on this stuff, so that's very obvious. Very obvious, I will say that. But there's only so much detail you can pack into this, unless this is the rough, and then you make this bigger, and you're able to cram more stuff into like the little crevices of the painting. All right, well, on that mess up. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it is 10:30. I'm gonna go to bed. I hope this was somewhat interesting for anybody or someone in the future who ends up watching this, or just wants to hang out, do art, talk stuff. I don't know. So I hope this was fun. If not, too bad. It's on the internet now. There's nothing I can do other than delete it at a future date. And I actually have a lot of fun doing this. It doesn't feel crappy or crazy or anything like that. It's just something fun to do. So, all right. Well, that's it. So, bye.